Hey you guys, it's Denise at myluxuryfirst.com, and today I'm just going to talk about some of the struggles that I have been having during this 2020 pregnancy. And I am on my fifth pregnancy, and I'll be having a repeat C-section. And so here in Southern California, I'm going through my husband's insurance, and it is really hard to find a doctor. When I was having my fourth C-section, or when I was having my fourth pregnancy, I knew that I was going to be having a repeat C-section. And it was hard to find a doctor then, but I did end up finding one that would take me because most doctors were saying that after 3 C-sections, they're unable to take me because I'm high risk, or they're just not a high risk pregnancy OBGYN doctor, so they wouldn't be able to take me. And my first pregnancy was an emergency C-section, followed by that was in 2005, and then in 2010 and 2011 I had 2 more C-sections in a different area, like city, and those were repeat C-sections. You weren't able to do a VBAC there. So then in 2018, I became pregnant again, and I had my fourth C-section. And my midwives, they wouldn't take me because I had 3 C-sections prior, and they don't, work with you if you are having a fourth C-section. I finally found a doctor. He was fine at the time, but I mean, in reality, he wasn't fine because I never seen him. I always just seen his PA, and then when it was time for me to deliver, my water broke, so it was just whatever doctor that was assigned at that hospital at the time. So I never seen that doctor. So since he wasn't really attentive to me at all this pregnancy, I don't want to go to him. So I'm looking for another doctor. And it's been very, very hard. I finally had found a doctor, or so I thought, and she wanted to do a phone interview. And at that time, I assumed I was about 22, 23 weeks from my last period. And she just wanted to see, like, talk to me over the phone, basically like this. And I'm like, I need to be seen because usually I have an anterior placenta, which makes me high risk. I'm also 37 years old, which supposedly any woman over the age of 35 is automatically high risk. Then I'm on my 6th abdominal surgery because I've had 4 C-sections plus a tummy tuck. So that's high risk because the placenta or something about it can be thin. And then another reason would be because I guess every time you have a C-section, depending on the scar tissue and stuff and how everything is growing or being attached, and you're more likely to have a premature baby. And the last baby that I had came at 36 weeks, which he was fine. He came home and everything, but then the tragedy happened 2 months after. So he came out fine. He went home, no time in the NICU or anything like that. So I just assumed that I'm automatically high risk. I have a lot going on as far as that part goes. I mean, luckily in 2020, the pregnancy has gone fine at home. I've been monitoring myself. I've always had like a Doppler so I can hear the baby's heartbeat. And usually because I have an anterior placenta, I don't usually feel any movements at all. And I already started feeling movements in the I guess I would say the 5th month. 4th or 5th month. 4th. I feel like I'm in my 5th month now. Today I did verify that I am 26 weeks pregnant, and I'm due on August 25th, 2020, which is my 20th year anniversary with my husband. So that kind of makes it really cool because we don't want to know the gender at all. We just want to find out the gender once the baby is born. But the thing is, I cannot find a doctor, that's competent enough to take me. And the doctor that I went to today, I had found a second doctor because the first doctor was acting a fool on the phone, not keeping her scheduled appointments. And I just don't want to be played with when I have a lot of stuff going on. So got rid of her and got another doctor. And I go to him today. And I got my ultrasound. They didn't give me no pictures. I did tell him that I didn't want to know what it was. And also they're saying that I need to come in twice a week because I'm high risk. But they didn't do any blood work, any urine test or anything. They did check the baby's heartbeat, and they did check, for the sound. And they said that everything sounded good, but the actual doctor did the ultrasound today, and he didn't like give me any details. I didn't walk out with anything other than a prescription for prenatal vitamins, which I already have because I knew when I was pregnant, my husband already had went and bought me 2 big bottles of prenatal vitamins, so I'm already set in that factor. So I just feel like he's probably going to end up dismissing me, and I'll probably have to travel an hour away to the children's hospital and just go there because it's hard to find health care. Number one, they asked me like, how come it took you so long to get some prenatal care this year? My answer is, the reason why it took so long is 'cause number one, COVID. Number two, I have a child that has a tracheostomy and he's 15 months old, and I'm running back and forth to the doctors with him. And also I don't want him out just to be out like that. So I know that most of the time you guys only take my blood pressure, weigh me, and listen to the heartbeat. So I didn't want to waste time just doing that stuff. So I wanted to wait until I was further along so that way we could get down to the nitty gritty. Plus, when I'm further along and I go to the doctor, then it's like I only have a couple weeks left, you know what I mean? Like, so since I found out that I'm for sure 26 weeks pregnant, now I only have 10 to 14 weeks left. So it just makes the pregnancy a little bit more faster for me. And I'm not recommending that to you ladies at all, but that's just me. I don't like to be pregnant for so long. I love to carry my own children, but I don't like the fact that I'm pregnant for 9 months. So when I just play it nonchalantly, you know, me and my kids and my husband, we are celebrating and we're happy that we're having this baby, but I just don't broadcast it to everybody because I don't want people bugging me every day or every other day like, how's the baby, this and that. I don't want to hear all that. I don't like the attention. So I just want to know at the end what's popping so I can hurry up, get this baby out of here, and go on about our business. But yeah, this doctor, I don't believe he's going to take me because I was letting him know that I don't want to come in twice a week just to get weighed, blood pressure. You know, unless there's something really going on with the baby, I don't feel like I need to be coming in just paying co-payments and you getting paid just so you could just take my blood pressure, weight, and you know, hear the heartbeat. I can do that at the house, or we can telecommunicate that, you know, but he insists that I need to be there 2 times a week. And my other dilemma was that I have my baby that's 15 months old that's on oxygen, and so I don't want to, he has an open airway, and due to the COVID, I was already practicing sanitizer and mask way before this COVID thing because I can't allow, you know, I can't afford for him to get sick at all because then it really puts him behind, because since he has an open airway, he's not able to protect his lungs. So any little thing, you know, it gets him sick right away. So they're like basically not accommodating me for that. They're like, well, you're going to have to get here 2 times a week. And I'm like, okay, so if I decide to come 2 times a week, are you going to let me bring my son? Because you already said that we can't bring anybody. And every now and then I have a nurse for my son. And they're just like basically blank stares. And then that was just basically it. Like maybe it's just me, you know, maybe I need to come to the realization it's just me. I'm very talkative, I'm very outspoken, and I let a doctor know what's cracking. Like, I'm not going to just sit there and just take your word for everything. I need to research what you're talking about, and then I need to bring it back up to you, and I need to present you with some other options if I don't like what you're trying to do. And I just feel like since I wasn't going with the flow, the doctor's just like, well, you know what, she's a problem, let's get her out of here. So I'm probably going to end up going to the hour away hospital and having the kid there, which kind of would be better, because just in case I do have a preemie or any complications, at least the baby would already be at a children's hospital, because the hospitals up here in my hood area, they are not equipped to take care of little babies, as I tragically seen last year when they collapsed my 2-month-old's, he was 2 months at the time, his airway. And so that's when he got the tracheostomy at 5 months and blah, blah, blah. So it's like kind of God's leading me in the direction where, yeah, you do need to go to the children's hospital. But it's like, damn, I don't want to drive. I've already drive to the children's hospital like 2 or 3 times a week anyway for my 15-month-old. But I wasn't like anticipating on driving there for myself also. It's just so much, like, especially when you're getting so far along in your pregnancy, you don't want to be driving the freeways back and forth. And now there's a lot of people out on the freeway because everybody's like tired of being at the house, and so it's just a risk. And then the other risk is me taking my kid out. You know, he's on 24/7 oxygen also. So I'm just going through it. Are any of you other ladies on your 4th or 5th or 6th C-section and going through it? I mean, I've met a couple ladies online and their doctors are cool with it, maybe because they've had the same doctor for years. But because the first one was an emergency C-section, the second and third had the same doctor, but then he retired. The fourth one was not really a good doctor, so I'm not going to go back to him. And so now I'm looking for a 5th one, and I can't really get consistent with that because I just feel like doctors these days, they don't want to really do their job. And it's always something. Like, if you don't like go along with whatever they're saying, they automatically feel like you're rebuttaling or like not giving them their props for being a doctor. And it's like, I'm just giving you some suggestions because I know me, and I mean, this is how I want to be treated. So I just want to come on here and see if any other ladies were in the same shoe as me. And if so, go ahead and comment below and share your story. And I will see you guys in my next video. Have a great day. Bye.